and hello. Welcome to Accra, Ghana. My name is Cookie. I am a South African travel content creator. I am visiting Accra for the very first time and I love it here. I am going sightseeing today, but first things first, it is time to go grab some breakfast. I am loving Accra because I feel safe and at ease. A few weeks before I came on this trip, I came across this article and I can attest to it. I have seen someone leave valuables in the car in plain sight. And when we came back, the valuables were still there. I could not believe it. I remember the first time I witnessed it, I was like, are you just gonna leave this thing here? And the person said, absolutely, no one is gonna touch it. I was like, wow, Ghana is indeed one of the safest countries in Africa. No wonder it came in second. In first place is Mauritius, and in third, Zambia. One of my favorite places on earth, Namibia, ranked in fourth place. I recently published my Namibia vlog. You can watch it. Namibia is epic. Watch it and get blown away. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. We are on our way to a slave castle, and my tour guide just pointed out this building. It is the president's residence. It is so beautiful. Oh my goodness, I love the design. This is the second African slave trade castle I am visiting here in Ghana. I previously visited the Cape Coast Castle, which is my previous video. The content is quite good. Please watch it. That castle is quite a drive from Accra. I think we drove for about 3 hours one way. So we basically spent close to 6 hours in the car that day, driving and then coming back to Accra. This castle is right in Accra. So if you are pressed for time, maybe you're in Accra for business, you can visit this one. But if you have time, I suggest you take that drive to the Cape Coast Castle. It is something that you will remember for the rest of your life, and it is worthwhile. It is so worthwhile. It is life changing, absolutely life changing. You cannot experience things like this, learn about this painful history, and remain the same. Something in you will shift. It is a very hot day in Accra. The temperature is 34 degrees Celsius, but it feels like it is 40 degrees. It is extremely hot. My Ghana tour guide is helping me form, which is amazing and I appreciate so much. As a solo traveler and a content creator, I prefer booking private tours like this and having a guide in the city that I am in. It just makes life so much better and so much easier. This castle is undergoing restoration. The castle tour guide was just saying that the UNESCO World Heritage Site is assisting with restoring the castle. The Cape Coast Castle is in a great condition. And then finally, come this way. Oh, this is the room.
Yes, so this is the Queen's room. We named this room the Queen's room simply because during the time when Queen Elizabeth II was in this castle, she was here on the 20th of November 1961.
1961.
Yes, and she spent 11 days in this room.
In this room.
Yes.
11 days.
Yes.
1961.
Yes.
essence is goodness. Slavery is unimaginable. You cannot comprehend such evil and that human beings can be capable of such cruelty. This is pure evil. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day saying that when you are a good person, it is difficult to imagine, hard to imagine what human beings are capable of when it comes to cruelty. And at times, good people navigate their way on this earth thinking everybody is like them, everybody has their heart. Unfortunately, not everyone has a good inner essence. The past is a great teacher. What we need to exercise in our personal journeys is the gift of discernment, which we have been given. The tour guide for the castle was just saying that they needed storage space, so they put up shelves in the slave dungeon. These are the things that need to be addressed. You just saw the Queen's Room, which has been well maintained. The slave dungeons, on the other hand, they have not been well maintained. Thank goodness the restoration project is underway. Once you exited this door, that was the last time you were going to see the African continent. You were loaded onto a boat and shipped like cargo to foreign lands. white starch is banku, made out of maize meal and cassava flour. It reminds me of what we have in South Africa. We call it pap, but it is only made out of maize meal. Ghanaian food is so good and spicy, hot, but it is so flavorful. I love it. And we eat with our hands. This brings me to the conclusion of my Ghana series. I had the most wonderful time in Accra. Please watch the entire series. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time in a different country. Please don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Please take care and God bless.